Brothers, hello and welcome back to another video on the channel. I thought I'd do a different style of video today and just show you that I actually have some skin in the game of body recomposition. As you well know, I run the Gorilla Platoon, which is an online physique transformation program where we get results like this each week, and then we just speak about them online. Now, I'm all for speaking about results, and absolutely, it's very, very important. Can I do this for you is the main purpose of this channel. But as I always produce videos on other people, I think it's important that every now and then I give you an update on what I'm doing, my own physique development and transformation. And I thought I'd just give you a little backstory of how I've got on over the course of the last 4 years. First photo taken February 22, and then this one taken literally today, February 25. So February 2022, this was the last year before I was getting out of the army. And when I was in the army, I was always concentrating on military style fitness, being very fit athletically, being able to carry load, and also being strong. I could bench like a good amount of load despite lack of chest. You can see in these photos. Could back squat a good amount of load as well. Like the numbers I wanted a powerlifting competition, it would have been more around the year before, so 21, I was able to get like a 140 bench. I could post videos if you're that bothered, and a 195 back squats, like the strongest lifts I ever got. But I always realised that it was never really about the load on the bar that would have fulfilled me. I realised that developing serious muscle tissue and changing how my physique looked, that was what I was passionate about. That is what I wanted to go and do and pursue. So as you can see this photo here, yeah, not too bad, a little bit, probably the most amount of body fat across all the photos. And minimal shape really, and really lack of muscle across the pecs, the delts and the arms especially. Now, off the back of that, in November 2022, I'd moved to Dubai at this point. We ran a photo shoot at the gym I was working for. So got down to a nice lean level. And then after that, I realized, right, I'm 72 kilograms lean. And I need to really add some tissue because there was doing nothing to me. This photo here, I probably sat about 78. And that was definitely the weight when I got to Dubai as well. So 78, as you can see, if you look at my legs, they're probably the most developed part and the area I found the easiest to actually add some size to. So anyway, after finishing the photo shoot in what would have been late November, early December 2022, I then started to go into my first serious bulk. And this photo was taken in February 23, where you can see, like, yeah, there's a bit more shape. Delts look a bit nicer, a bit of a shadow under the pec, but honestly, not that much had really happened because I'd just done like a bit of an aggressive cut. I grew some facial hair. that was about it. And it was really just the start of my first journey. Now, I went through that cut and went from 72 all the way up to 88, and I was soft as shit by the time I got to 88. Like, there was no body composition left to me. Like, very, very out of conditioned. And that was actually when I tapped into getting a coach myself, and have still had him ever since. You may have heard him on YouTube, Ben Braid, very, very good, knowledgeable geezer, and someone I would call a friend now, and has helped me massively throughout my own physique development, and also I would say indirectly, or you could even say directly, in the benefit and the growth of the Gorilla Platoon. So joined with him, we started the first cut phase, and that led us all the way around to February 24. Now, as you can see, February 24, I will tell you that photo was taken outside in nice Mexican sun lightning with a chest pump and also with a high carb day run as well. So that's probably me the best I'm going to look at that point. In this photo here, I'm now weighing 75 kilograms. So from where at my leanest I was 72, in this photo here I'm probably sat around 74. I'm now at 75, and we've been able to add more density towards the shoulders, the arms maybe a touch, maybe not, but definitely the chest was able to come on as well. Then from there in February 24 at 75, I then pushed all the way up towards 89, so a kilo heavier than the last one, and that finished at October, then all the way through till around about early Jan. I started to go for a mini cut phase where I then pulled off from 89 down to 80.5, and then from 80.5 to where we're sat at now sat at 83.5. So there's three kilo difference. Now, potentially you could say, am I a touch softer in this photo? Maybe. But where I really want you to see the improvements, especially across these two photos, is the chest density that we've been able to add to it. And the chest, as you can see, has always been an area where there's been minimal muscle tissue, but we've been able to improve that week on week. Now, I will tell you today it was a chest session, so I have got blood in there. I'm stood under very good lighting, and I'm eating a good amount of food, you could say, as well. So I'm full, I'm pumped, and I'm in good lighting. So just take that into consideration. I would argue that's quite good lighting. This is good lighting. this is just probably an older camera, but also not too bad of lighting either. This is on the beach in Sierra Leone in West Africa, of all places. Probably one of the beautiful beaches I've ever stood on, because obviously so derelict, no one ever goes there. But yeah, just for context, so whenever someone gives you photos, I'll always tell you, like, this is the best I ever look. This is me with all the stops put out in the right direction. Now, what am I doing with my training this year? Running a 5-day training split. Specifically, my areas of growth are here: chest and arms, chest and arms. So the split I've been running recently has been just a specific all-out chest day, which we did today, then an all-out leg day, then arms and delts. Then I'll run my first rest day of the week. Then I'll do chest and back. I find my back is one thing that has grown very nicely, grows very easily, same with the legs, and I don't need an awful lot of volume on it to at least maintain the benefits that I've gained. Me growing more tissue on the back is nice, but it's not going to change my life. A bit thicker in arms and chest will absolutely change my life. The confidence I'll gain from that when I walk around with a fuller t-shirt is night and day difference. And then after that chest and back session, we run another arms and delts session. So across the arms and delts, they're getting like 3 sets of 3 exercises for bicep and for tricep twice a week, so at least 18 direct sets. And then also you could say you've got like your indirect stuff, like the fact I'm doing a full chest day, which is going to hit a lot of triceps subconsciously, and also on the other day as well. So we're gaining a lot with this. Feeding has been 3,300 as of late, but now I've been had a check in myself. I'm now back up to 3,500. In the peak of last off season, we were pushing 5k calories, so a serious amount of feeding, and that's always been the same for me. Like, I can diet down on pretty high calories. Like when I did my first photo shoot, I was on about 2.7. When I did my cut after that, I was getting 2.7, 2.8. The mini cut this year, 2.9, never went below that. But then on the flip side, when I went from this to this, I was pushing like 4.4k calories. When I went from this to this, I was pushing 5k calories daily. And as I'm in this period here, I'm hoping it don't need to get to that, but we'll do what's necessary. I want to get up towards about 92 or 93, so that'll be a further 4 or 5 kilograms, well, no, 3 or 4 kilograms more than I was in the last peak bulk, and then shave back down. I think for me, if I'm sat at this now, this is me with a great pump. If you said this would be me normal, I'd be pretty happy. I think the goal for me is anywhere from like 81, 82, maybe 83. Like if I am the weight I am now, but leaner, I think I'd be pretty content with that. But when I say content, that won't be me resting on my laurels. I'll still be training session after session, week after week, year after year, because this is important to me. And the moment you start to just neglect it is the moment you start to die, and the moment you start to regress inside. So my mindset going into this is, am I happy with the progress made over the last 4 years? Yes. Am I much more confident and content in how I cut about life? Yes. Do I still want more? Absolutely. Will I always want more? Yes, because I just like to set the standards high and always have ambition. And I don't think you should be shot down for having ambition, because people will say, oh, you'll never have enough money or you never have enough muscle. And it's like, no, but I don't want to. The game is just to keep playing week after week, year after year, because it's a fun fucking game to just develop your physique. Like, it's literal self-improvement and personal development just on your flesh body. Week in, week out, you get to develop yourself, grow as a person. And it's like, that's the physical. Behind it is a lot of mental stuff that you do anyway, but this is just the physical, like, you get to see it. And the beautiful thing about a nice physique is, like, no one can give it to you. No one can click their fingers and spawn it on you. No one can go and do it for you. No one can lift the weights for you. If you have a nice physique, it's because you've done the work year after year after year, and you take the pride in yourself to look very, very good. So that's where I'm at now. You know where I'm at going into the future. Obviously, the focus is always on Gorilla Platoon results, 100%. But just a little update to show that, like, this is my passion, this is what I care about as well, and this is where I am, where I've come from, and where I'm going to. So hopefully you gain like a little bit more of an insight about me and the way I'm training. If you want to hear more about me, I can do more videos on this, like my story. I think I'll do one of those soon, because it's I've not really spoke about that much on the channel, and I think it's important that while we give a lot of educational content, and like that's the backbone of the channel, of course, is making sure you are getting the best physique possible. I think it's important that if you're going to listen to me a lot, you probably want to understand a little bit more about me. So look forward to a future video on my story coming. But this is a quick insight to how my physique has changed over the last 4 years. Thank you for watching, brothers. It's always a pleasure. If you found this like just nice to listen to, and you just want to drop a comment, that'd be cool. If you want to subscribe to the channel, obviously you can see the consistency in the videos is there daily. So if you want someone to listen to daily, I will always be there. Thanks for checking. Thanks for listening, brothers. Fucking hell, you can tell it's been a long day. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you tomorrow.